Hey guys, it's Belle, and in this video we are just going to be reading over a small little poem from the epigraphic record. So this means it was inscribed on stone, not in a manuscript, and archaeologists have excavated it from the city or near the city of Guelma in northern Algeria, and it's dated to roughly 539 to 544 Common Era. So this is either at the very end of or shortly after the period of Vandalic rule, and it possibly commemorates the renovation of a temple, which was commissioned by Justinian and the armies that were the Byzantine forces, which were retaking Vandal North Africa. So, without further ado, if you want to pause the video and have a go at translating this on your own before I give my translation, feel free to do so. And let's get into it. Forgive me as usual if my Latin diction is not great. Una et bis sennas turres crescebant in ordine totas, mirabilem operam cito constructam videitur posticius. Subtermas Valteo concluditur ferro nullus malorum potret erigere manum patrici Solomon institutionem nemo, expugnare valebit defensium martyrum duetur posticius ipse, clemens et Vincentius martyres custodiunt introitum ipsum. So, what does this mean? Una et bis senas. Now, I hate this so much. Okay, medieval Latin sometimes it chooses to be annoying with how they express numbers. So, senas is like 6th times, and it's inflected, I believe, for not feminine accusative plural because the towers are going to be feminine. But so senas, and then we have totas as well, like so many. So many sixes, bis twice. So you have 6 plus the 1 from here. And then 6 times 2 plus the 1. So 13 is what all of this stupid stuff means. So 13 turres, towers, were growing in order. So presumably that's in a line if it says in ordine. Mirabilem operam cito constructam videitur posticius. So the postern gate, so the entrance to this temple, appears, and then we have an implied essay here. So it's implied to be, or it appears to be, a marvelous work quickly built. Thermas Balteo concluditur ferro. So it is finished underneath the hot baths, Balteo ferro, with an iron belt or a military belt. Now the use of the word Balteo here, it could be a sort of, I guess, reference to the fact that this is possible because of the military conquest, or it could even be a reference to the fact that the work is being carried out by soldiers, Byzantine soldiers. So that could be a reference there. Nullus malorum poteret erigere manum. So none of the evil ones were able to raise a hand to stop this construction. Patrici Solomon institutionem nemo expugnare valebit. So nobody was able to, I guess, defeat in battle the institution of Patrician Solomon. Valebit defensio martyrum. Defensio martyrum tuetur. So the martyr's defense is watching, essentially. So this is almost like a warning for anybody who would have come to desecrate the temple, that the martyrs are watching and they will curse you. Posticius ipse clemens et Vincentius martyres custodiunt introitum ipsum. So this is kind of interesting. So Clemens et Vincentius martyres and then Posticius. Now, how I'm reading this is that, because ipse is nominative, masculine, singular, so, and it's the postern gate, but then we have Clemens and Vincentius also being nominative. So, and there's no et between them. There's an et between Clemens and Vincentius because they're two separate people, but there's no et or atque or whatever with the posticius. So I wonder if maybe that is meant to equate the two. So Clemens and Vincentius are in the postern gate, like their presence is there because they're going to be guarding this temple at the postern gate from anybody who would ransack this temple or do it harm. And so custodiant interitum ipsum, they're guarding this very entranceway to the church, to the temple. So there we go, just a very short little thing. This is the kind of inscription that you often get in churches in the late antique period, just a commemoration of how brilliant it was that these things have been built, and warning anybody against harming them. If you would like me to teach you Latin so that you can read stuff like this yourself, you can subscribe to my Patreon, which will be linked in the description of this video, because on my Patreon I offer tuition at lower than market rates if you're at the £15 a month subscription tier or higher. And thank you so much for the 3 patrons that I currently have. Your contributions help make these videos possible. And you can also join my Discord server if you want to get some Latin learning tips, because I sometimes answer questions there about learning Latin, and I post these glosses as pictures before I turn them into videos, so you'll get early access there. And it's also just a fun community of like-minded people. We get together, we share memes, it's a good time. You should come and join us. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye everyone.